Hello, and welcome to episode 17 of the post-production podcast. Today I'm joined by
ZeusWeusFilm.
Twisty T.
Twisty T.
And ZeusWeusFilm. And
Michael's Media. Director of
Hey.
Instinctive, that's
Director
all he
of
has to his name. Still.
Producer of Chasing Stones.
producer on certain websites.
Yeah.
Career suicide.
So, this week we have a bit of a strange podcast. We're going for a different one. The last one you would have saw, which by the time this one comes out, will be us reviewing 3 different movies. We'll do another ones in the future, but we actually have we want to do another movie review, but unfortunately I couldn't get to see it.
No, T couldn't go.
T couldn't go, T wasn't there, T exposed, all those sorts of settings.
He was
T,
buried
so-
alive.
T didn't come for Nando's, didn't come for the movie. He wasn't there for any of it.
Because T was making bread.
Cats us chasing around the table.
But what we're going to do instead is, so we're coming up with a bit of a concept here where I am going to be basically one of you guys, one of the viewers, who, for example, may want to wonder, what is this movie like? So I'm going to be the viewer today, asking questions or basically just seeking more information about a movie that these two have seen because they're movie heads, they're experts.
We like films.
They like
Yeah, I ever
films.
heard of them.
They've been directing their own films.
8mm.
We've been directing for years.
Yeah. So we're just going to take it from that perspective. Alan, what movie are we reviewing today?
We're watching a horror film because I'm a big fan of horror.
Not coming soon.
Not coming in 2027.
Oh yeah?
After the final edit's done.
After the yeah,
Another decade on it.
tentative. It
Post-production.
could be 2028. We're not too sure, but I heard a lot about this film. I've never seen any of the previous ones, but this week,
Yeah, all I know is the guy with the robot arm.
does he have?
Yes.
I thought it was a chainsaw.
I don't know, man.
We're spoiling it.
Dan Snyder.
Evil Dead Rising, the latest in
Yes.
the Evil Dead series of films. Me and spontaneous Mike seen it the other day. Mike Intosh.
Favourite film.
Not setting up a big expectation.
Yeah.
Spoilers. We didn't like.
Oh, we didn't?
Yeah,
oh, no,
so the
didn't
whole
like
so the
it.
whole concept is meant to be me asking,
No, I'm
like
joking, I'm
basically
joking.
asking about it to get to the end and we decide. But I already know the answer at the end, but we're just gonna run through
I've
it.
had
though.
some. I've been reconsidering some parts of it because I didn't know anything about the previous
Yeah.
Evil Dead films.
So you told me some things about it,
Yeah.
and from what I grasp, there's a lot of things in the game, not the game.
Oh.
probably video games.
The Evil
now.
Dead game is coming out soon though.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's some things about the movie that, from what I grasp, they done too much. I just remember you telling me that. So
Yeah.
we'll get on to that.
Too epic.
So first off, briefly summarise what is the actual story of the new Evil Dead movie.
Well, I can start off with this.
Okay.
So you got a family, fatherless home. Let's put it.
At least the worst.
And
ones.
they're in an apartment for whatever reason, and the children get hungry. Mum sends them out for pizza. Terrible idea.
That's literally what? That's not the story.
What?
It's not the story.
There were the maggots.
No. No. The mum's sister shows up, and they have some stuff to talk about. So she tells
Oh,
the kids to go
yeah.
get some pizza for dinner.
Well, no one really remembers her.
Well, that's basically more detailed than what he said.
No, but he's like,
Yeah, that's true.
but they're not hungry. They just were told.
Right, okay.
It's a-
Oh, they just wanted to go for an earthquake.
Move forward.
Earthquake, and then the children
Mhm.
have to run upstairs to their possessed mum for help and refuge. Am I on the right tracks?
No, you're not.
Okay. What about you take over?
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
feel-
You talk about the story, and Michael will interject with his thoughts on certain points.
Yeah,
we
I
need
will.
to do
Don't
it
worry, I
together.
will.
We need to do it together though. But anyway,
Okay.
so he is right. There is an earthquake,
hmm
and the earthquake happens as the kids are coming back. It's one of those apartment complexes, a big car park on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
The building's wobbling.
And as they come into the car park on the bottom floor, that's when the earthquake strikes. So
Mhm.
they take shelter inside the car. A big hole appears. It turns out it's built on top of this old bank vault.
Yeah.
But because there's an earthquake, it tears open the bank vault. So one of the kids, we haven't even said about the kids. So yeah, the characters
Oh.
there's the mum and her sister, which shows up. The sister's like the main character, but she's like she plays in like a rock band or something.
Yeah.
Rock
Heavy,
band
yeah.
for Nintendo Wii, and then the
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
but yeah. So her 3 kids. Of course, her husband left her. She's a single mother.
Laugh.
She's 3 kids. The oldest kid's this boy. The oldest kid's this boy called Danny.
Oldest joke in the book. Single mom.
You're joking, aren't you? You're
So
joking.
all the single moms out there, I apologise. You're going strong.
Singles.
We need to
Single-
represent
single
single
mom
moms
500.
in cinema, everyone.
But yeah. So the oldest kid's this boy called Danny. He looks like Bart Simpson or something.
Not Dorito, no.
So like
Yeah.
blonde haired, spiked up type of
Sort
guy.
of, yeah. Well, he's got like a mullet and then it's sort of spiked up.
Why are those coming back into fashion?
Don't know.
Yeah.
But then
It's kind of the
he has a
muscles, isn't it?
slightly younger sister who's like, probably like the most annoying character. in the
Yeah,
movie.
the most helpless woman. She's
She's not
like,
a little girl.
No,
Well,
she's
yeah.
like a teenager.
Okay, like 14, 15.
oh,
16.
it's a little
Yeah.
girl I'm thinking of. It doesn't help.
Oh yeah,
Her
she's
family's getting slaughtered and she's just watching the whole thing.
they have a younger sister who's like 8 or something.
Yeah.
But the one that's like
Possible.
the middle one, who's like slightly younger than Danny, she's so annoying.
Okay.
Like, you'll know if you see the movie. But
I would do.
Okay. So that's the first thing.
yeah.
Viewers, when you go to see this movie, expect a really annoying teenage girl.
Yeah. Go out to the
So that's
bathroom.
Alex saying,
and
because that's the
rehearse
thing
it.
is, I'm learning as the viewer.
Exactly.
Stop
Yeah.
You're the eye into the audience. That's eye into this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's when the
It's like-
audience starts gouging.
You guys
their
are.
eyes out.
You guys.
It's like you're really there,
Yeah.
seeing me and Michael through tea.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say like I'm and them and they're and me, and I was like, that's a really weird
Yeah.
line. But what I'm gonna say is, you guys are twisty tea right now. That's better.
Yeah.
These are twisty.
Twist it and demince it.
But
Twisting. Getting twisty with it.
but what was I gonna say? Yeah. So the earthquake happens and they go into this old bank vault through the hole.
Mhm.
And he
Can I think of a spoiler? Is the bank vault got these demons in it or something?
in a sense, it has all these crosses, and then they all point to like this book, which looks like you know
Yeah.
the book from Harry Potter that like eats people.
Yes.
It's like that book. It's got these teeth and stuff inside.
Oh.
And his sisters are like, yeah, just leave that there. So of course he brings it upstairs. They go up in the elevator.
Of course he
They
does.
go up in the elevator, and they go into the house, and he like starts trying to open the book, and he can't get it open, and he cuts his finger on like the teeth on it by accident, and his blood is that what happens? Like the blood goes
Blood
into the
falls
book.
in it, and the book's like, let me eat this.
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
his blood like comes from his finger into the book, and that causes it to open. So it needs to be blood activated, I guess.
Blood sacrifice.
That's how they
I called
done fingerprint scanners back in the day.
Yeah, it's the
Um,
iPhone technology.
But
Kid is what they open his eye as his
That was-
they open the book, and it's just like all these
Cut your hands.
like demons molesting people and cutting people up and stuff. It's like
Yeah,
Like-
you might want to skip that part.
Okay,
It
so
gets
is
dark.
this like shown just through like pictures in the book,
yeah.
or is it done through scenes that the game that it tries to like show?
No, it's
that's
shown
just
through pictures.
Pictures, okay.
Yeah.
You got a bit of a soundtrack going, a bit of screaming.
If
so
you
you
go
kind of
onto-
feel like
It's
you're
just
in the
gross.
Yeah.
It's just grand.
If you go onto like an
Yeah.
edgy 15-year-old's like
circus.
emos Twitter, it's like that type of shit. See.
It's like
How do you know
Doom,
what
it's
that looks
like Doom, but someone tried to sexualize it.
sort of. But they have that, and
I
then
hate
he's like,
society.
he's scared, and his sister's like, "You should throw that out," and he's like, "Yeah," and then he doesn't. Oh, that's right. He
never
also
listened.
lifted.
So
He lifted another box. He lifted a box of stuff actually, and the box was that book was in it, but it also had these vinyls in it.
Mhm.
And he starts playing the vinyl because that's the thing. Danny's a DJ. First
Yeah.
time you see him in the movie, he's blasting music, sitting going that loud. That's the first time. So he's a DJ.
So he's Michael then.
yeah,
he's Michael. I made that
so he
exact
puts,
joke.
yeah, he puts the vinyl on his DJ set and it's like, this sounds demonic, let me sample this.
he starts listening to it.
And it's like,
Let's get an EDM beat to this.
Yeah. So that like him playing that sort of like activated it because it's like basically you find out it was these three priests and like they unleashed the demon. Two of the priests that we forgot the whole intro.
A pizza.
The campsite.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know.
oh,
Place that.
Right, sorry,
on the box for a
so
second.
place the present here, so he's found the
Side
box and
segment.
stuff, and then we're going to go back.
yeah.
Yeah.
If
What's
your
what's
sister
the
was a
song?
scalp
Like,
removal,
Jesus
skip
was
this
a-
part.
No, it's not Jesus. It was a idols. Like Now we go back.
We side segment here.
Yes.
The movie actually starts with like these three teenagers that are staying away in like a log cabin, looking like some Friday the 13th. But like one of the, it's like this guy flying a drone. This guy's flying a drone, and like his girlfriend's back at the log cabin. She's like, this is like the pre-title sequence. His
It's just an earthquake.
Oh, no problem. I hope I see some
The
boots.
floor opens up. Oh, we're gonna open.
Is it his girlfriend? He's flying a drone by the lake. His girlfriend's back in bed because she's like sick. More on that later.
The cat's in
Oh
the
my God,
walls.
it's actually the demons from the movie coming to get us. Because that sounds in the movie.
My taxi's outside.
There's a third girl. The third person there is this girl, and she's like reading a book and stuff. And she goes back to the cabin to check on the girl that's sick. And the girl at 6 starts like talking in like a demonic voice, but somehow the girl's like doesn't twig that there's something wrong. She's like, "Jess, are you okay?" And Jess is sitting there like he's sitting on the bed, and then like Jess basically just comes over and like rips her scalp off, and it was just like, me and Michael just looked at each other and just like, "What?"
And then she looked like Danny DeVito after.
Basically, she goes down to the lake. She like kills her boyfriend and kills herself
with the drone.
That's when you get like the title sequence. It's like Evil Dead Rising, which is like floating above the water, like
and then the bald chick's like, "What do I do?"
Oh yeah, well she's not bald. She looks like one of those like
scalp removed.
She looks like who's got that hairstyle with the bald on top, but they grew it out.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Imagine Jack Nicholson with female
grim.
features.
It was a grim scene to be honest, but so that's the pre-title scene. Anyway, so fast forward, these three priests, same thing happened to them. They actually unleash the monster first, and like basically what the priest is saying on the vinyl is, yeah, so this demon like killed my two other priest friends. He's probably going to kill me, so I'm just recording this so you know.
So casual.
And then he dies too. Apparently, I guess that's what happens. But anyway, so Danny's pretty spooked, so he just goes on like nothing happened, and then
he's
I
like,
love when they do. I
sampling
love when they do in horror movies. Where it's like, yeah, just really creepy or something. Let's just not get rid of this and just keep it there. It's kind of stash it away. I'll do. Put it under the bed.
The kids are dark, man.
They're all so we haven't told you about the main protagonist yet.
Yeah, it sounds like my stepdad.
We haven't told
He's
you.
just sitting doing TikToks and
He's
just TikToking. He's just like
that's the audio he's TikToking to.
He's just like doing it.
We haven't told you about the main character, who's like this rock chick, who's the sister of the mum.
Yeah.
So she comes back because she's in like this danky looking bathroom at a rock concert, and she takes like a pregnancy test, and it turns out she's pregnant.
Oh, she's
been getting piped on the road, and now she's pregnant.
Yeah,
which is actually a big part of the movie. Everyone makes fun of her and calls her like a slut and stuff.
Yeah, so it's based on true events.
Absolutely slap.
But anyway, so she goes back to visit her sister. Anyway, so Danny's scared. They dropped the pizza, so they didn't actually get to eat the pizza.
That enraged me.
I did, because it looked like a nice pizza.
Yeah, it's a waste of 20
It's
quid.
movie pizza though.
Yeah, but
oh, it's plastic.
So the mum goes downstairs, because in those big apartment complexes, you don't have a tumble dryer or a washing machine. You have to go downstairs to the laundromat to do it. So she's coming back up after doing the laundry, and then all of a sudden, like, the elevator like cuts out, and like all these wires come down, like tentacles start.
Yeah. They were making him. She went sicko mode for a while. It was like a 5-minute segment of her just dancing with these ropes.
She's not dancing. She was getting like contorted, and they're like pulling at her, and she's like getting like they break her arms and stuff.
If we can cut to that clip, that'd be good.
Yeah, we could start.
I filmed the whole film.
I send to Michael. Just as a wee side note, since we're going to be incorporating We Talk About into the podcast, I could probably put more effort into editing, so we use footage of that. But anyway, what was I going to say? Right, so yeah. So she gets like possessed in the elevator. You don't know if she's dead or not or something like that. And she was like,
she's getting attacked by elevator cords.
Yeah, so they just like come in and like put her up and sort of like twist her and stuff.
The elevator pissed me off. Like, was it who played as the elevator in the film? I don't know. Whoever did it was like a great actor because you could barely tell it was an elevator.
But she goes back to the house and she's like very sick, and then what happens is that when she starts like to cough up all the and stuff like that.
Yeah, it happens
that's
on,
what
like,
it looked like.
It happens on like 3 occasions where they start spraying from their mouth.
That's actually no, seriously though. That's what happens.
And it's like I'm not going anywhere near that apartment, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like it must be like they must have just like it must be in the pizza. I don't know what.
Yeah, so I'm guessing how the movie then goes is like after that it's just progressive. Like
Well, she basically so
Yeah.
she's possessed and she starts to like do some.
She starts to fail
Almost
at
forgot
killing her
something else.
family.
So they're not alone on the top floor, but they're trapped there now because as they found out, the staircase was taken out by the earthquake. So there's no more stairs to get down, but the elevator is obviously not working.
Yeah, and the stairs are taken out, and then like you
So
just said that.
they're trapped on the top floor, but they're not alone. So on the same floor as them, there's some other characters. There's these there's this guy. He's like this Mexican guy, and I don't know if it's his younger brother.
I think he's a
It's
slight
two-
love interest,
Yeah,
and then there's like
he's two younger brothers, I think, unless they're not related to him. But there's
I thought there's two younger guys from a different building, and they just come and play with the.
well
kids.
maybe, but there's two younger kids that are like the same age as Danny and like his sister. There's this Mexican guy who's like looks like he's in his late 20s or something. And then there's this like old guy who's got like a shotgun. And but nice character and stuff anyway. So this girl starts going like sicko mode.
Yeah,
She starts going
literally
sicko
the
mode.
like the best dance moves I've seen in a while in the movie.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
starts going like sicko mode and like killing like or trying to kill her family and stuff.
Yeah,
And then
So is this the mum or the rock chick?
oh the mum. Like the mum's the one that's possessed.
Okay.
the rock chick's like the aunt of the children's sister to the possessed.
What happens to her then?
Behemoth.
She tries like the rock chick tries to like protect her like nieces and nephews and she gets like a knife through the hand, is that it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of like the
So that's like a
first
brief
blood
summary of
sport.
the story. The main thing that I
That's not even like halfway through.
no, but I mean at
Yeah.
the start and because I don't want to get full spoilers if people want to go watch it.
That's like all the insane is like starts after that though.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
so
well,
that's
she just fails to
gonna
kill
lead
them.
me on here because basically this is one of the main things. Is obviously the insane stuff is the gruesome stuff.
Well, there's more to it than that,
But yeah, so one of the things that Alan told me after he'd seen the movie was this movie for some reason is extremely gory and extremely stupid at points to have no deaths.
Yeah,
That it almost ruins the movie because you're sitting watching it. Why did they have that? And personally,
know
I am
why.
someone who I don't know, but if any reviewers out there, if you like gore, okay, I don't mind gore in samples, but I cannot stand gore films.
you would have hated this film, man.
So
You would have detested
yeah.
it. Even me and Michael watching it, we're sitting going. There was one point I'll get to because here's a disclaimer: we're not going to be going through the whole rest of the story. We might touch on it,
yeah,
but this is going to be spoilers where we talk about certain things that happen.
yeah,
So although we've spoiled everything we've talked about so far, that was only the intro.
yeah,
So if you want to see the movie, stop, go watch it, come back to it later.
yeah.
There's
Or we'll
one.
skip, but before you do that, we might have timestamps in, but we'll skip to the end to see about the verdict on if you should
Yeah.
actually watch the movie or not, and then you can come back.
yeah.
But
Watch both at the
there's
same
some basically. It's now that we've got that out of the way, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally, the only two people that get out are the rock chick,
Mhm.
like the sister,
yeah.
and the youngest kid, like the wee girl.
Mhm.
That's it. Everyone else, and they all die.
Yeah, some
And,
kid
like,
gets flung against the wall. He loses his arms and
She like rips the arms of some kid and like kicks him against the wall.
eyeball in some guy's throat. It's like it's immense.
Yeah, so the Mexican guy gets his eye bit out,
Yeah.
and then she spits the eye at one of the other kids who chokes on it to death.
Yeah,
Literally, one of the kids dies by getting choking on the eyeball that was just eaten out of another guy's eye
it
socket.
was actually quite impressive.
But all the weird happens. Do you know who had? Do you know? It's not even a death. Do you know what the worst bit of the gore was for me? Do you know like the rock chick? It's what happens to her in the kitchen.
Like the hand.
No. So
Oh.
basically, the kids, both Danny and the slightly younger teenage girl, they become demonic as well.
Yes.
And so it's basically just
I
the
know.
rock chick, but she's like fighting off like the teenage girl in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah,
And she's
all
trying to
of it.
crawl away, and for some reason, out of all the up things in the movie, this got to me the most. I don't know if it was the sound or the thought of it or what,
Oh.
but both me and Michael looked at each other. I was like,
Oh, that is bad.
basically, she's like the rock chick's like crawling away, and this like teenager, she grabs a cheese grater, and the girl's wearing a skirt, so her legs are exposed. She slams it on her leg and just pulls it down like that, and it's basically just grating her skin off.
Yeah,
like
and you just see bone, it just shreds everything
we're
off.
just looking at each other like, why? Just why?
Like, it just like full brick.
She just slams the grater on her calf muscle at the back and just like pulls it down, and me and Michael just looking at each other like, why? Just why?
So she survives.
Like,
oh yeah, the rock chick survives.
her leg did.
She just bandaged it up and she's fine.
Okay.
Same with her hand.
Reminds me of Resident Evil 7 whenever like puts his hand on this might be a weird reference, but anyone's played Resident Evil 7, he puts his hand on this lever, goes to pull it down, hand comes off, and he just gets some glue and just slams that way back on. Or village, yeah.
So
we get his leg off in 7. So.
He has his hand cut off in 7 as well. Sure, like Mia comes out with a chainsaw, he goes like that there to block it and just cuts his hand cut off.
Note to self, never put your hand. If someone's coming at you with a knife, don't put your hand up like that.
Yes.
Just cut through
just
it.
put your face
It's his right-handed village that happens to you, right?
Yeah.
So that means over the course of those 2 games, Ethan lost both his hands. He's just like a...
And you just slap on some herbal.
It's just a handless morsel.
So from what I was told about the movie, which is now that you've described it to me, it seems like a pointless excuse for gore, which is what a lot of modern horror movies are. And from what you told me was, and it's not even my final thing to say about it, but I just heard it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So
it's a
that's why I want to focus
arrangement. It's like one objective: the mum has to kill everyone while she's possessed.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot to string together there.
Yeah, it's just kill everyone that's bored.
Yeah,
the
she
most
feels
gory way possible.
Yeah, but the whole way to that point, and there's this small apartment. She should have killed him like instantly. So it's not really just her like getting hit in the back and then turning, then walking towards them. They all lock themselves in the bathroom or something.
The thing is,
that's like 30 minutes gone.
It got like a lot of good reviews. That we went into this, and I was saying to Michael, "I've heard this is really good," and we both came away being like, "What?" But I want to go and watch I've never seen any of the Evil Dead movies. I want to watch them because I almost guarantee, because I was talking to my dad about it, he has seen a few of them, and he says the original ones are very gory as well. Yeah. That's probably why this has got good reviews, because with the audience
it's
of
meant
that,
to be a gore film.
Yeah, like the people that have seen the older films are probably like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
But because I've never seen them and I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, because my type of horror is creepy atmospheres, suspense, and deaths that make sense. Because especially in demon movies, you have to understand the concept of all gore movies is they're going to try to get as gory as possible. So you would think demons, they want to make as gory as possible because they're demons. Whereas in some movies, they just do kills if they're ghosts. They just kill someone as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I prefer those movies, but it's because usually a lot of gore sometimes it's just unneeded. Like someone biting someone's eyeball out.
It's an entertainment factor though, isn't it? It's like
it's entertainment, but to me it's like
it's more of a curiosity.
Yeah, it's a curiosity. It's like you never see anyone. I get that, but at the same time, there's a point where it reaches too much for me.
Yeah,
definitely.
What's the point?
And this movie, to me at least, like I said, I don't mind gore either.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I think they just reached a point where you and me looked at each other and just like, this is just boring. To the point like there's so much gore that I just can't be bothered with it.
It was too long, maybe. I mean, the whole point could have been wrapped up in a short film, and that's a predicament that we both get. Even like, should it be a short film or a long film if you're writing something?
Yeah.
What do you think about the end though? Because I did say this to Michael. There's a point in the movie where it takes a turn towards the end where I think it actually gets really good again.
Yeah.
Like the middle of it, I was like,
this is
why?
Shit. Yeah.
But the basically towards the end, right?
Well, it went from like slow build up to like, why is this all happening? Why is there so much gore? And then I had to turn at the end.
Yeah, like basically, so your old man with the shotgun, he dies as well, and like the whole thing. Actually, like I did my limited knowledge of Evil Dead, I was like, this is pretty cool. So basically, the rock chick, she takes his shotgun, and she also, the bit we're about to get to, where she goes down into the parking lot, finds a chainsaw. So I was like, okay, so she's got like the same setup as your boy Ash from the older films.
Yeah.
But so that was pretty cool. But there's a point where it gets really good, where she basically goes downstairs. They go down the elevator, and they go out into the parking lot to try and escape. And it sort of teased it beforehand upstairs that the mum had basically absorbed her 2 kids. and a few of the other bodies on the top floor, and you're like, does that mean they're going to amalgamate into something?
Yeah.
That's where it starts to get good again, because they go downstairs and the rock chick and the girl, like, they try to get into this car and escape, and they're trying to get out, and you hear a thump on top of the car, and they like turn around, and the door they just came through is open, and so they don't show it too much at first, but they're like sneaking around the car, and it is basically this like But he didn't tell you what the poem was about, and he's not going to, because it's not going on YouTube. But let's get on to the meat potato.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
It is. I can see the PSNI thing on it.
Here, roll the window down.
Yeah. Oh, he's going somewhere else.
yours. Got him.
Yeah.
Alright.
If it comes to that, I'm probably going to kill myself. That was dreadful. People have been calling it the Beast of Ballyboogie. You come around that and you're like, guys, you're like, civilization.
Yeah?
And we're like, wait.
No, he finds it.
Right, so, not too bad. Yeah, so basically it goes to the next morning, and a teenage girl walks into the parking lot, and it's the girl from the prologue at the start that was sick, and she looks around, sees all the blood, she's like, and like something sneaks up on her. So it basically tells you that prologue that you seen at the start of the log cabin is actually set after all of this, because that girl's basically, she was in the apartment building the whole time, just oblivious to it, and then she's got infected by the demon, and then she goes off to like do the stuff at the start. So
cool.
It comes full circle.
Yeah, but
like,
how I know it's spoilers, I just need a reminder, how does it end? She's like on a video call to her sister, who's the one that gets possessed, but
and it gets scalped.
No, the one that doesn't get scalped, she's on the phone to her, the one that does get scalped.
Yeah.
But the one that gets de-scalped gets possessed from what?
No, like the girl in the parking lot that's like the one that does all the bad stuff at the log cabin, something sneaks up on her and like gets her.
Oh yeah, she lived in the apartment. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So it just basically means that thing was full circle. But the whole scene at the end in the parking lot was pretty cool. But I mean, to be fair, it was a fun watch, but we were pissing ourselves through it.
Yeah, like slightly, yeah.
Which maybe is the point of the film.
It's entertaining, like, you know, it's one of those things.
Because I thought Evil Dead was, like, my limited knowledge, I thought it was a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's a horror comedy. I mean, I'm very clear saying,
And apparently from what
well, I think that's because of, what's the character's name?
Bruce Campbell's character.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's character. He seems so
over the top.
Apparently
some of them are, some of the later ones are slightly comedic. But apparently, especially the early ones, they are very like gory and dark.
Look at very lost his arm, like, so you have to wonder.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's probably one of the. It's probably like the. It's probably something similar to the. Like stuff like Friday the 13th and Halloween, where the first couple are quite scary, but then after that, it almost knows it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's probably this Evil Dead's probably.
It loses its charm as it goes through. And then they always try to reboot it. It's like, how can we make this as grisly and
that's what they done.
Fear factor.
And then the trailers are always like, it's the last time.
Even if anyone remembers the pile of garbage that was the new Chainsaw Massacre, that movie is literally just mindless killing, which, to be honest, that's what Chainsaw Massacre is meant to be.
But it tried to be scary.
But it tried to be scary, and it failed so badly, because the best thing it had was the guy who went on and was like, try anything and you'll get cancelled, dude. And it's just him getting taken up with a chainsaw.
I never thought of that. Yeah, that's I never thought about that. Yeah, this is the
Friday the 13th remake. It's like the long-haired dude who goes to this cabin. It's basically like Friday the 13th, the original, but just like no actual personality.
Yeah.
This one seems as if it's like the more like they try to do things that are good, but it's like
it loses its allure. It's what makes it original.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so this is the latest in like the rebooting of like classic horror.
Yeah. So it's like, because the main thing whenever you get modern horror movies, either you go in two routes, is either you make a really interesting killer character or like concept of a really well built story, or you have, let's make an Ooga Booga killer who's just going to like gore up everyone. and have no personality at all. Like either you go the Pennywise route or you go the Jason route. Yeah. You go Hereditary or you go Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
There's no in between where it's both and good.
There isn't really.
What did you think?
Like the last one, I like the
that's
Conjuring
true.
movies, and I thought they tried to display their demons in some sort of interesting ways.
Wait, what ones?
Yeah.
The Conjuring movies, like the second Conjuring especially, the one that's set in England, I thought was very good. But whenever I think of movies like the Chainsaw Massacre, where it's just fucking Bubba Shrimp, well, I'm gonna say Bubba Shrimp, but Bubba just running around, just like he just like I'm sorry to reimagine again, but it's the scene where he goes, "Try anything and you get cancelled, bro," and then you just see him mindlessly go through an entire bus, and you're like, why are these guys all hauled up in a bus? It's like, remember when you're playing Devil's Third, that random game, like, oh, nice lineup, mate, with the AI. It's like AI lining up to get slaughtered, and you're like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry when I'm watching it, because I'm like, this is pitiful. But it's also what the movie's meant to be. So.
Yeah.
Like, people might like that too, they might not.
Okay.
I
We'll hear about it in the comments, like warfare. You know? He's not called Bubba.
Come on. That's so sweet.
Oh.
Because like from what you just said about that movie, I was just like, would I go and watch it? No. But that's my personal opinion. But that's the thing, is like when it comes to sort of these sorts of reviews, it's like, you know, the end result is, I might not, I'm not the viewer's eyes, I can tell from what you've told me, I probably wouldn't go watch it. Yeah. Just because it seems like an absolute gore mess.
We need to get a thumbnail where we're like shocked from that response.
Well, everyone's just
we're just like oh, that's crazy.
You wanted to do it.
I made you do. I got you involved pretty quick. You know?
Yeah, you just guys just watch a
bunch of cringy boys.
Yeah. But no, I think the next movie that I want to see at least a review is Renfield with Nicolas Cage.
What's it?
Oh yeah.
It looks really funny. So.
I've been watching a lot of his press and stuff recently.
Yeah. I want to see it, and I want to see The Pope's Exorcist.
What's that?
Oh, Russell Crowe.
It's a sequel to the original Exorcist
movie.
Russell Crowe's a good actor too.
It's in cinema as well, yeah.
That'll be a good one to see. So, yeah, I know we've said before we're going to review movies, but we are really doing it now. So
exactly, mate.
Be prepared.
We're watching a lot of movies between us. Yeah.
We need to.
Yeah. Also, Tom's recommendation for the week. I'm going to throw out a movie you should all watch if you haven't watched it yet. I rewatched Brad Pitt's Fury. Well, not Brad Pitt's Fury, but featuring Brad Pitt, John Bernthal, Shia LaBeouf. Amazing movie. I rewatched it, but I didn't get the same movie with them, so I wanted for a wee movie recommendation, and Fury's always a good one.
Yeah, I remember that film being quite like dark.
Yeah, quite
more
dark.
Like tackles the mind of like a someone going to war.
It's the idea of being 5 people cooped up in a tank, which I think would actually be a quite good horror movie if you have people just kind of stuck in a
There's not a lot of like World War II horror apart from like your sci-fi level ones, like that one you were talking about.
Yeah, but
Instinctive.
Instinctive.
Sci-fi. Link, right here, was it?
Oh no, it was
me and Michael watched one too. It was Lego: The Adventures of Clutch Powers.
Oh, that was just you.
That was a good movie. That's a good movie.
Lego then.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing that. Do we, Tom? This guy loves Lego. This guy loves it.
Oh, it's a movie about adventure, a clutch, fires. So.
Austin Powers.
Speaking of endings,
the podcast's only been half an hour.
Look,
that's fine.
It's only half an hour.
It's a movie review, man.
Well, that's what the main topics are going to be going forward, probably.
Yeah, but mean reviews. If you have a 30-minute podcast, that's all right.
30.
We can do big long ones, but
if you copy the first 30 minutes onto the second half of the video, then it plays for an hour.
Reverse it.
Yeah, reverse it.
Or just slow it down to point.
For our alien audience, yeah. It's like
it's quite busy tonight, so.
Yeah, back from
this.
So,
I was recording, is it? Yeah,
it's recording.
I can't see.
Back from a 3-year break.
The witch came in and she like ate my eyeballs out.
Yeah, she gouged his eyeballs out. And me and Tom were like, holy.
So
do we get involved?
So my personal recommendation is I don't know. Well, I wouldn't watch it. It's up to you guys if you like
I
gore
want to
films.
see. I want to watch it with you because I want to see your reaction to this, like the gore.
You're gonna
Nah,
vomit.
I
It's
just-
like
the
it's
gore
that
movies. I just don't like them. There's something about them. It's just tasteless to me.
Do you like Sharknado?
I
See,
love Sharknado, but Sharknado's got a comedy
That's the
movie.
thing.
Like,
Yeah, no, it's like
One of my favorite horror movies of all time is quite gory. The Thing, but it's
no, but I
it
watched The
feel-
Thing.
yeah.
I watched The Thing, and The Thing's good because it's a good story. Whenever a movie's just like possession, ripping scalps off, it's like okay.
it's
Are you
like
guys even trying?
cheese grater on the calf, mate.
cheese grate. No, that's innovation. Okay.
That is innovation. I've never heard of that before.
Oh, even just thinking about that scene, the fucking
Just getting
sound and oh,
Man,
it's actually I hate it. I hate it so much. Right.
man. If an Italian watches that film and sees that cheese grater going across that girl's leg, you know, it's like it's all warfare, isn't
It's
it?
Fugazi, mate.
Yeah, it's gonna be
it's a
spaghetti
fugazi,
at the
that's
cinema screen.
Well, do you have any final thoughts on the movie?
I don't want to say I want to see it.
What was the
again.
actual shooting of the movie like? Like, did it look good?
Yeah, it looked good.
I mean,
It was
yeah,
cool
but
special effects and all that.
the- There's not a lot of movies I've seen recently where the actual cinematography is bad.
Yeah, it's mainly when you
Yeah.
go to the sci-fi level where it gets
Yeah.
pretty-
I find it impressive
not
how they
sci-fi
made
in the
the
genre,
most.
but
The,
They made the most out of this smaller place.
the worst you can see is sometimes you'll see a movie where it's shot well, but the actual shots are just uninteresting.
mhm.
That's like the worst you see nowadays. You don't actually
Yeah.
really see movies nowadays that are shot bad.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah,
just
yeah.
uninteresting ways. But
Any other final thoughts?
I don't know. Like it's like there's so many films out there. Like, what do you actually recommend? I would probably wouldn't recommend it.
Like-
this here, Michael, we're talking
Like,
about Evil
if
Dead.
you were
Wouldn't
someone-
recommend it.
like if there was, because this is more of like a horror genre movie, would you recommend it to people who like horror movies?
Think, yeah.
But also think of the horror movies you like and like.
Well, no, wait, no. People
Just
who
like-
like horror movies, let's say, generally horror movies are entertaining.
Well, I
That's
love
the
horror
entertaining.
movies. It's my favorite genre, and I just didn't get on with this one. It just didn't work
Yeah.
for me.
But
Because that's like, 'cause that's the thing as well. Is like
I
I've
thought it was
said, I've said that
entertaining.
I wouldn't watch it for certain reasons,
Yeah.
but you know, someone might be into gore, and if you're into gore, this might be the film for you. But also,
You sick.
yeah,
but also,
click
Adam-
off if you like.
Adam doesn't really mind gore, and it even got the him.
Jeez, great. Yeah.
Igor.
Like the one movie I will never watch is the Terrifier movies because they just look too grim to
Have
me.
you ever seen those or heard of them?
Which ones?
Like the one with the
Terrifier.
black like clowns, like black and
They
white
are-
clown.
Yeah, they're gore. I've only seen the first one. Apparently, the second one's even worse for
Yeah,
gore.
it's
But the
grim.
first one was fucked.
Grim.
Blacked Out Clown.
No, black and white clown. Like he's got black and white makeup. It's just
I've never
grim.
heard of that.
I was
Bad.
Yeah.
Is it are they big like films? It's like a
They're,
series or
they're
something?
big. They're big. Like
Indie films.
they're big. Like to that subgenre. When
Yeah.
people love
Yeah.
gore, I hate them. I find they're despicable.
They would. It's pretty disgusting.
You watch out for those indie directors.
Like there's some people,
Dark
there's some
minds.
people who will disagree with me and say, "Oh, we love these types of films," but I will just say, gore movies are just the worst. They're just the worst.
They have to
There's
be
nothing,
very
there's nothing
entertaining.
more tasteless to me than mindless gore.
Mindless. Like sometimes if it
Yeah.
has like a reason, it's like sex in
If it's-
movies. If it's like if there's a reason for it to be there, sure. But if it's just there for the sake of it, I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's a good comparison.
Like
Sex and gore.
whenever
They
I
go
s-
hand in hand.
Comment
watched,
below. What's your favorite sex scene?
when I watched Instinctive and I seen all these pointless sex scenes, I was like, why do we have to see these, Michael?
That
Why would
was
you-
my touch.
why did you
Sorry.
Why did you put that in your
There's-
Yeah,
movie?
you're right. It was your touch
It was a
big
40-minute
guy.
short film. After the credits, I put in the last 30 minutes of sex.
The director was
scenes
almost
on it.
getting too involved in them scenes of the actors.
Yeah, I think Michael.
I was like, you gotta get it in like this.
and the
Okay.
weirdest part was in like
Touch me here.
most
Yeah.
of those sex scenes,
Action.
Michael cast himself, and that really weirded me out. I was like,
Yeah, he
I
wasn't
pulled,
even in
I
the
pulled the
movie, he
Shia
just
LaBeouf. I pulled the Shia LaBeouf.
He just appeared and started going.
I was like, no, you want to do it like this.
comment below. Is it weird that Michael just cast himself in the sex scenes
Yeah.
That's the main character.
as the main character?
Yeah.
So,
Quite
I don't
weird.
like going back to Evil Dead. I kind of want to see it again, in a sense of like but I want to see it after I've seen the other Evil Dead movies because I
Yeah.
might change my mind. But like,
So you want to waste another 9
I
hours?
prefer, I
on
prefer a
other
movie.
films?
I prefer a movie like Exorcist or like Rhinefeld, or is it Renfield or Rhinefeld?
Renfield.
Renfield
I think.
10 times more than watching
We might go
Evil-
see those two. And
Evil Dead. I could.
We might
But
go
I'd
see
rather,
Evil
I'd
Dead,
rather
think it's
watch
good.
them watch someone get their scalp took off them and put in a spliff. Like,
Well, it was a clean like cut though. No, she ripped it off
Oh,
from the
really?
root, and it was fine.
When did Scream
Wasn't
6 come
complaining.
out? Did we miss it?
it came out already, and I'm pretty sure. I think it came out in March.
We need to double check because that would be one to see Scream 6.
The whale smothered it though.
I've heard it's dread.
You know.
So it probably is dreadful. The spec one is dreadful.
Jenna Ortega, mate.
Jenna Ortega is coming to the cinema. She's
Korean.
brought 8 new films.
She's the opening act for Big Chungus the Third.
Yeah, she doesn't have the same heart as Big Chungus. Big Chungus
The
is...
Fortnite
Battle
Travis Scott
Royale.
event
Oh, the Battle Royale Travis Scott event.
with Jenna Ortega and Big Chungus.
When's Jenna Ortega going to get a McDonald's meal? BTS got one. Travis Scott got one. Who else?
What does this have to do with Evil Dead?
Just trying to get away from this film as soon as possible, really.
The Whale Happy Meal.
I'm gonna make an order.
And that'll be us, I think, for the post-production episode.
397.
Wait a minute, I can't even count that high.
That's me, like, in that scene in the movie where she tears the arms off.
No.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe below.
And also, support Big Tyrone. Big Man Tyrone.
Yes.
We urge you to help Big Man
Oh.
Tyrone.
Big Man Tower.
He's made videos for ZeusWeusFilm in the past, stapled the channel, and he needs help.
He's a staple on this channel, he's a staple on my other channel, he's a
So-
staple on every channel.
Go watch
He owns a
him.
staple.
Go watch him and subscribe. We'll try to link his channel below this podcast. Hold mine.
Big Man Tyrone, come on out.
We'll see you guys soon because we got some extra special stuff coming soon. More podcasts.
We do.
No.
Joking. No, we got some special stuff. We got a mud fight, the midget mud fight arena set up. So we got the troll fest.